Everyone, I'm Alison Harmelin. Police in South Carolina are looking for a gunman following a shooting at a church in downtown Charleston Wednesday night. Our CBS station WCSC says the shooter walked into the Emmanuel AME Church and opened fire. We do know there are several victims, but it's unclear at this time how many and if there are any fatalities. Police are describing the suspect as a clean-shaven white male, about 21 years old, with a slender build, wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. Let's go to our station in Charleston for the very latest.
Well, of course, I want to temper what I'm about to tell you because none of this has been confirmed. I've been talking to witnesses and people who, a man who has told me he is a member of Emmanuel. He didn't want to go on camera, but he said he was there earlier today. They were having a quarterly meeting, something that's fairly routine, and after the meeting was Bible study, and it was a small group. Earlier, we heard Harv Jacobs say that only one person had come to MUSC. Well, this gentleman told me the rest of the victims, or several of the victims, may still be inside of the church. Again, this is unconfirmed information at this time. There appear to be several victims. We don't know the severity of their injuries at this time. We're still waiting to get that information, and we're going to be very careful to avoid doing anything that would upset the families at this time. But the families are coming here to the scene. They are being staged at the Embassy Suites, which is a block away from here. And at this point, we are waiting to hear from law enforcement to give us a briefing on exactly what happened. We're going to go back to Aisha in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Raphael, for that information. Now, we do have Reverend Randolph Miller. He is the pastor of Nichols Chapel Church. He knows the current pastor there at Mother Emanuel Church. He is on the phone live with us right now. Reverend Miller, do we have you?
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing okay, sir. If you can just tell me a little bit about what you've heard and your reaction to all of what's happened tonight.
Well, when I came into my house, I turned my television on and I heard all that was going on. And then I called my district presiding elder, who was there earlier at the quarterly meeting with Reverend Pinckney and the members, because I said to him that I had heard something on the news and he was unaware of it at that time. But then he got right in motion to come down there to check on his members. And it's a situation that, as pastors, we don't like to hear about because we've been teaching in our congregations safety in the sanctuary. And we have got to really arm ourselves to be ready because you never know when something like this can happen in your sanctuary.
So you all had been teaching on this because of just, I know earlier the pastor I was talking to that was the former pastor there at Emmanuel was saying that because of the location, this is just something that they have to be aware of, something that they have to prepare for. Is that the same thought you had as well?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We must be aware because you don't really know who's walking off the street into your church, into your sanctuary, and all of your members are there, and you have visitors all the time, but you don't know what the actual MO is that they have or the motive that they have for being there. So we've got to be ready, and we've got to teach our members safety in the sanctuary.
Safety in the sanctuary. Have you been able to talk to any of the other members there at the church as well, Reverend Miller?
I've been trying to reach some of them, but no one is answering their phone because I'm quite sure many of them are down there at the scene, checking on things to see how things are going down there. We're praying and we're hoping for the best, but we've got to stay and listen to what's happening, and hopefully as we watch TV and you all bring us the news, we'll be informed about everything that's happening.
All right. Well, thank you, Reverend Miller, for talking with us right now. We do want to go back again. Thank you, sir. We want to go back again to that description of this active shooter, the suspect that they're looking for right now. In his 20s, clean-shaven, white male, slender, small build, gray sweatshirt, blue jeans, boots, and again, clean shaven. Happened around 9 o'clock this evening. Now, dispatch asking you to call 743-7200 with any information. If you've seen anything, if you've heard anything, if you know anything, they're asking you to call them with that information.
This is my church.
Continue following this story throughout the night. CBSN continues now with Jeff Glor.